Last week, Fox News host and analyst Brit Hume may or may not have accidentally admitted quite a damning truth during a segment with Bret Baier. While talking about the January 6th committee, Mr. Hume had this to say. What strikes me about this, Bret, is that if they succeed, either by damaging him, referring to Trump, or staining him such that he is either unable for legal or political reasons to run again, they might end up finding out they've done the Republican Party a great service. Because I think a great many Republicans think they can't win with Trump at the head of the ticket again. But they're afraid of his supporters and don't want to come out against him directly, but they'd like him to go away. If the effect of this committee is to make his possible candidacy go away, I think a great many Republicans would privately be very glad. So said Brit Hume on Fox News, on the air, to the audience, telling them most Republicans don't like Trump, and man, they'd be real glad if something were to happen to him, right? Kind of a wink and a nod type moment here. A mask off, this is who we really are as a party, allegedly. Here's the problem I got with that, Brit. Why not just come forward with these people? The only power Trump has is the power that y'all pretend he has. It's not real. It is fictitious. He created it. You went along with his little make-believe world, not necessarily you, Brit, but I'm talking about other Republicans. And now they're like, man, if only he didn't have this power, what could we do? It's like but he doesn't. He doesn't have that power. It's all make-believe. The emperor is walking naked through the streets. Somebody jump up and yell that. That's what I've been saying for over a year now. He has no real authority. He doesn't even have a Twitter account, folks. Nobody's paying attention to him over there on Truth Social. I can guarantee you that. He can attack you all he wants all day over there and nobody's going to notice. So why are all these Republicans cowering in fear, hoping that the January 6th committee does their job for them so they don't have to come out and run against him? It's because they're all, each and every one of them, cowards. That is what Brit Hume is actually admitting in that segment. He is admitting that these Republicans, the ones who want to usurp the leadership of the party, are absolute cowards. Any one of them could come out right now and say, why are we listening to this freak? You know, this old guy who's retired down in Florida to play golf all the time. Why do we give a damn what he says about anything? He couldn't even beat Joe Biden, for God's sakes. And now he's trying to blame that on election fraud that we all know doesn't exist. Can we move on and find somebody that maybe isn't crazy to run for president in 2024? That would rock the Republican Party's world. And even among those Republicans that have spoken out against Trump, that do not like Trump, even they won't come out and be that blunt about it. But that's what it's going to take. And it's going to have to come from a Republican that Trump hasn't already slammed as a rhino, because he'll just write it off. It has to come from somebody else. It has to come from somebody at Fox News. Brit Hume, you were so close to getting it there. And you fell short. Because you have to admit that Donald Trump has no real power other than the power you pretend he has. Because if you can't connect those dots, for the people, if you can't connect them for them, they're not going to do it themselves. You have to spell it out for them very clearly and very plainly, or else they're never going to understand that they're following an incompetent loser with no power at all. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.